thanks to everyone that's joining. We will start today's workshop now. Okay, so for today, we have a very, very interesting workshop. We will be building an app to show base scales to our team members and employees. We will be using AI to create these apps, so I hope you enjoy it. Before starting, I will introduce myself. My name is Karen. I'm the CEO at Atlas. I will be your host today. And you are on one of our workshops for People Ops, specifically for how to use AI inside People Ops teams. So we hope you enjoy it. And okay, so let's get started. I see that we have like around 25 people with us today. So I think it's a good time to get started. Okay, so today's workshop will have two parts. First part, we will go over through what's our goal for today. Then we will show some AI tools and resources that we think that you will appreciate. And finally, we will talk about what should be your mindset using AI, some advice here. And then for part two, we will get hands-on with our project for today, and we will build this base scales app that we've been talking about. So let's get started with our with some rules for today before starting. So if this is your first time joining this workshop, welcome. First of all, thanks for joining. And these are some of our rules. So first of all the content is recorded and will be sent via email when we finish this workshop. So you will receive everything that we will share today through email. So make sure you pay attention to that. Then you can you can ask questions through our Q&A. You can find the Q&A button on the Zoom bar that you should find on the bottom of your screen or top of your screen. So feel free to ask any questions. I will be answering questions, and also my team will be answering questions throughout the workshop. Then all the prompts that we use today will also be shared. You will receive that on the email that we will be sending once we finish the workshop today. And finally, we have a community on WhatsApp specifically for People Ops teams that you can join if you want to keep the conversation going. If you have questions or anything that we can help with, we will love to answer it through this WhatsApp group. So to get started, so what's our goal for today? We want to, first of all, show you how you can approach problems using AI. We know that AI is still a new tool that we are getting used to. So there are many, many things that we still need to learn about. So that's the number one thing, like how do we approach problems with AI? Second, we want you to have a toolkit of tools and resources, so you feel that you can tackle any challenge that you have on the People Ops team with AI. And then finally, we want you to get inspiration for new project ideas that you can build, and also for you to get a network of people that are also learning about this, other People Ops professionals and teams that are going through the same thing that you are. So those are our goals for today. And to get things going, we will make a short poll to know what tools you're using today. And this will be AI tools. So you should be seeing a poll on your screen right now. So please take a second to choose all the tools that you are using today. And we will give it a couple minutes, maybe one more minute, and then we will move forward. Okay, maybe we can see the answers now. Let's see what's people using. Okay, so as we can all probably guess, ChatGPT is number one. 28 people answered that they are using ChatGPT. And then number two is Lovable, which is awesome. It's Lovable for the ones of you that don't know this tool. It's a platform for creating apps, very similar to the one that we will be using today, which is called V0, which is another one that was mentioned here in the poll. So these are the two most popular tools, but for most of you, for what I'm seeing, this will probably be your first time seeing or using a tool like Lovable or V0. So hopefully you will get a lot out of this workshop today. So that is awesome. Okay, so let's move forward. So let's talk for maybe a minute or two about these tools that we were just mentioning. So there are a number of different AI tools. New tools are appearing almost every day. So this is like a short list for you to know, like where to get started, because it can be kind of overwhelming to figure out like where to start with all these AI thing that's going on. So the first group of tools will be these tools that are used for building websites or apps. Lovable, which was mentioned, and that almost 10 of you said that are using, is one of these tools. Another one is V0, which is from a very popular company that's called Vercel. And then there's another one that's called Bolt. These three apps are very similar. What you will be able to accomplish with these tools is you will be able to create an app without writing any code. So you can just prompt your way into creating an app, which you may be wondering, like, why do I need to create an app? And hopefully we will give you a good example today with our PayScales app. And then there's the answering questions category of tools. All of you know ChatGPT. I won't introduce ChatGPT because of that. But for many of you, maybe you haven't heard of this other platform, which is called Claude. Claude is from a company that's called Anthropic. And they built a similar tool to ChatGPT. And a lot of people prefer Claude over ChatGPT. So I invite you to try it. Many of these tools, almost I would say like all of them have a free version. So create a new account, try it out, and see if it helps you accomplish things that ChatGPT maybe it's not, because many people, me included, prefer Claude over ChatGPT. Another thing to mention about these answering questions tools is that we've mentioned it before, but if you're new to this workshop, one advice that we're giving here on this space is that you should always try to use the paid versions of these apps. Sadly, of course, but paid versions usually use better models, which means that answers will be better. If your experience with ChatGPT is that sometimes it gives you answers that are inconsistent, or that maybe they don't make sense, maybe what you're experiencing is that you're using the free version, which usually use worse models. So we invite you to try the paid versions. And finally, a tool that I think will be new for many of you or most of you, which is called Manus. This is a tool that is used for doing more complex research. One thing that you can use this tool for is, for example, for things that could take you personally a couple minutes or hours to research. For example, one thing that I've used it recently for my team was researching pay scales globally. So this is something that usually takes us a lot of time. It would take us going through a very long research, sometimes online, sometimes on other platforms. What this tool can do is it can make this research for you. So the difference between Manus and something like ChatGPT is that sometimes Manus can work for many hours before giving you an answer. So I've seen that the result when it comes to more complex research is usually better. So again, Manus, I think they have a free version as well. So make sure to try it. I think that you will be very surprised with what it can accomplish. Okay, so about today, what are we going to use today? So today we are going to use an app on this first category, which is V0. We will be using this one right here, which also has a free version. Okay, another very cool resource for all of you. We have a WhatsApp group that you can join. This is specifically for people ops teams, and we only talk about AI. This is a community for HR professionals. We share real experiences implementing AI in your companies. We don't do spam, we don't do sales pitches. So if you want to get in touch with this awesome community and want to keep learning, make sure to join our WhatsApp group. We have a version in English and a version in Spanish, and you can join both if you want to. Okay. And finally, before going into our cool project for today, let's go through our mindset. So how should we be thinking about problems when using AI? So number one, I think that the first thing that we need to think about is when we try to build these apps using AI is we should start by describing what we want, which could seem obvious, but sometimes we have problems that we don't know how to solve, and we shouldn't try to give the AI the solution. We can just describe the problem, which is awesome. And this description can be very broad. So we could, for example, to a tool like V0, say something like, I'm having issues with the onboarding of new team members. Help me build an app to solve that problem. And just write the prompt and see what the tool comes up with. Because many times you will be surprised. Sometimes it will give you something that's very cool. So that's number one. Number two, something that we usually forget that we can do, if there's something that this tool is giving you and you don't like that, you can just ask for changes. So for example, for my onboarding for new team members app, maybe it gives me something that has things that I don't want or things that do not apply to my process. So I can just say, hey, so go ahead and change this or remove this bar, like I don't want it. And it may seem obvious, but we can just ask for what we want. And that's awesome. And if even if we do not know how to accomplish that with AI, many times the AI will tell you like how to do it. So that's another cool thing that you can do. Number three, something that I think will be useful for many of you if this is your first time using something like V0 or Lovable, you should write prompts as if you were giving instructions to a very junior person in your team. So instead of trying to give the AI, if you want something very specific, you should try to give these instructions in a very detailed manner to the AI. So today I will show you some examples of that. For some of my prompts, I was very, very detailed because I knew that it usually makes mistakes with some things. So I didn't want those mistakes to happen. So I went ahead and just write a very detailed prompt. So that's another thing that you should try. Number four, AI apps become more powerful when you integrate them with other tools that you're using. So for example, maybe you use Slack, or maybe you use Teams or Gmail or some other tool. Think about ways in which you can integrate these apps that you will be building with AI, how to integrate them with your stack, because that will make them a lot more powerful. Then number five, sadly, these apps will break. So expect a lot of trial and error. on our app today, I will show you many things that didn't work and how to solve that. But that is expected. These apps will break. This is still a very new technology, so expect that. And number 6, you should be trying different tools and different models. Different tools will give you access to different things that you can do and solve. And about models, maybe you don't know what a model is. So the model is how to explain it? It's like so how the AI thinks about your problems, the different versions that this AI has. So for example, ChatGPT has at least 4 different models today. And different models are good for different things. And maybe you don't know which model you should be using for each specific task, and that's fine. But you can try different models. It's usually included in the plan. So just try different things and see what models work best for you. And you will probably, after working with these models for a couple of weeks, months, you will probably get to a favorite model. I have a favorite model, for example. Okay. So AI tools are awesome, and sometimes we want our teams to use AI, but we don't know how to enable these tools for our own teams. And Atlas can actually help you with that. We are a tool that helps you set up a budget for your team members or employees. And we let them choose how to use that budget inside our marketplace. So you can set, for example, a monthly budget just for AI tools, and they can use our mobile app to choose which one of these apps they want to use. And that is an easy way for you to centralize all payments in a single place, and to give you an easy way to provide your team with a way to use these AI tools, which are very awesome. If you want to learn more, you can go to our website, which is heyatlas.com, and we can tell you more about it. Okay, so let's go into the fun part, which is the workshop. Before starting, I want to see if we have any questions. Are there any questions from people up until this point? I don't think they are. Okay, I'm gonna give it just 1 minute. Okay, so for our workshop today, we will be building an app that manages pay scales. We will create an app that lets us upload what our pay scales are and to display it in a more beautiful way so we can share with our teams. And the second part of this app is that we will be able to uploading a list of our team members to determine if employees fall within these pay ranges or not, which is a very, very cool feature. Okay, so if this is your first time joining, what we usually do here is that we go right ahead to V0, which is a tool that we use for creating these apps, and we just prompt what we want, and the AI builds something. But today I want to show you a different way that you can use to approach how to build an app. And this way is by providing the AI with a design that you want to use. So for designing my app, and again, this is not necessary. You do not have to do this. You can just start by prompting. But I want to show you, if maybe you have like a very specific idea of what you want to accomplish, you can design a mockup first and then provide it to AI. So I won't be using a complex tool. I will be using a tool that we all know and know how to use, which is Google Slides. So on Google Slides, I will create simple mock-up of what I want. I will create a box because that is what I want. I want my app to have a title, something like Atlas Pay Scale. Maybe Pay Calculator, it's better. And then I want my my users to be able to choose a position. So, for example, they want to see what's the pay scale for software engineers, right? So select position will be the next thing that we will add. So maybe something like this. And let's just write something like select. And this will be like a select box. So I wanted to have like an arrow here, something like that. Okay. The other thing that I need to be able to determine what the pay scale should be is to choose a performance level. So performance level. So based on different performances, I should be able to provide give like a different salary to this person. So and that's another thing that I want to be able to choose. And finally, I want to display what that base scale should be. So let me copy this. Just, I don't know. And so annual pay, for example, maybe not the best copy, but we can fix that later. And here, like in a very large text, I want to show what that annual pay should be for a position and a performance level. So that's my mockup. That's it's very ugly, as you can see, but I can I now have it. So I will just take a screenshot of this and I will bring this screenshot to V0. So what do my pay scales look like? So I have my pay scales by role, by level, and I have a minimum salary and a maximum salary, and these are annual salaries. So this will usually come from my company. I already have established this. And of course, I want my app to use this information. I don't want it to come up with new information. I want it to be specific to my company, right? So the other thing that we will do is that we will download this Excel file that we have here. We will download it as a CSV file, which is this option right here. And with these two things, so my mockup first and my CSV file, we will go into V0. And so, sorry, I see that my screen is not being shared anymore. Okay, there you go. Okay, so this is V0 right here. And let's start with a prompt. My prompt right now will be build an app using this mockup as a reference. This is a pay calculator. You should also take the data from the CSV file to populate the app. So now I just add my mockup, my design, and I also add the CSV file that I just showed you. And let's see what V0 comes up with. So you will start thinking about things. And a couple minutes later, it will give me a result. Okay, so that is awesome. It's now showing so my poor design in a more beautiful way. So it has the same title. I'm able to select a position from right here. I can choose the seniority level and a performance level. And based on that, it's going to show an annual base salary, which is awesome. And hopefully it's taking the information from the CSV file. Let's start by trying this app. And the first thing that I notice is that it's not working, right? So I'm touching things and nothing's changing. The annual base salary is not moving, so maybe something's wrong. Let's try to solve this problem. So my prompt here will be integrate into the app the data from the CSV file. I said it before, right? I think that it didn't want to do it. So let's upload it again. Let's upload the CSV file once again. And let's see if this time it populates the app with our actual data. Okay, so awesome. So it seems like now it's working, right? So I can try different things. I can change the position from the select box on the top, and it's showing different salaries based on that. So let's try it for different positions and see if it's working. Seems like it's working for performance, but not for seniority. And it showed us some action that we needed to apply here. As you saw, like I didn't read anything that it said. I just clicked on apply to see if that solved my problem. Seems like it's still not working. I want to validate that the information that it's showing is correct, like it's coming from my CSV, and it seems like it is, right? So it's the same information that I have on my base scales file. So let's see if it's working correctly. And one thing that I noticed, it's that on my pay scales file, I have different levels of seniority that are not the same ones that it's using here. For some reason here, it's only using junior, semi-senior, and senior. But on my file, I have other things. I have associate, for example. So it seems like it's still not reading the information from the CSV. So let's try to fix that. My prompt is going to be, let's take the names of the seniorities from the file instead of hard coding them. So I'm just complaining to the AI at this point. Let's see if that solved. So it added other levels, but still not at the right levels, and doesn't seem to be working for all of them, right? So it's changing the annual base salary for some of the seniorities, but not for all of them. So let's try it again with a different prompt. Seems like we're still hard coding the values. We should only use the level names from the file. Let's see if that solves the problem. So sadly, this is sometimes how we need to work with AI. It doesn't really do what we want it to do. And here, as you can see, it's still not working. So I'm going to try a different technique that it's very useful for me. So I wanted to share it with you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show the AI what it's building. So I'm going to just take a screenshot of what it's doing. And I'm going to say, this is the list of the levels that you are displaying. And this doesn't look right. So go ahead and fix that. And actually the answer of the AI is, this looks correct. So for some reason, the AI does not want to do what I wanted to today. But I realized after looking at the app and looking at my file that the problem is that it's not showing the right levels for the right positions. So let's improve that with that prompt. You should only display the ones relevant to that position since all positions do not have the same levels. And let's see if that solves this problem. Okay, so now we can select a position and we have different levels with different names. Awesome. So that solves that problem. Okay, so let's work on the performance impact here part of the app. So I don't want it to be an infinite thing like it is right now. I wanted to just have some specific levels. I wanted to have actually just 5 levels. So let's say just that. For the performance impact, let's just use 5 levels and see if it's doing it correctly. Okay, awesome. So it looks like it's doing what I wanted to do right now. But actually, I don't want the levels to be called below expectations, meet expectations. I want them to be called level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And to solve that, I actually have a very easy solution inside V0, which is something called design mode. Here on the top right, I have an icon that's a cursor that I can click. And when I do, I can just start clicking on things and just changing text. That is awesome because that means that I don't need to be writing prompts or doing AI for all the things that I want to change. I can also just click on things and change text. So that worked. And let's try it for a position to see if it's working correctly. And it seems like it is. So that is awesome. Let's now try one more thing. So this app is looking very ugly. Because it's just mimicking what I did on my Google Slides. So I wanted to actually use the brand colors from Atlas. So my prompt will be a longer prompt for accomplishing this. So my prompt is, let's use the brands color from katlas.com. Just choose one color and use as the main color. Don't use more than one. Pay attention to typography too and font size to mimic the UI of that website. And let's see what it comes up with and see if we like it. Okay, it's green now. I don't know. I'm not obsessed with it. So let's go over to design mode once again. And you can see right here on the left side that I can change many of the things on the app just by changing properties right here from the left. So for example, I want to change the font size to make it larger or to make it smaller. I also want to change the margin of the box to make it look better, or the size of the fonts of the rest of the app. And it seems like for some reason it changed my levels back to what it was before. So let's update that once again. And now we can just click on Save Changes, and that's it. But I don't like the green color. I am not a fan of it. So let's just make just one more prompt that is going to be, let's change the base color to black and see what it comes up with. And after a couple of minutes, okay, I think that it looks better. I don't know, maybe I just prefer black, but I think it looks better. Okay, let's build one more feature into our pay calculator. So right now we have an awesome pay calculator that we can share with team members and new hires so they can see what they can expect from a specific position when they come work for Atlas at a specific level, which is awesome. But I want to do just one more thing that will be helpful for my team, actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask B0 to add another page that will help me figure out if team members that I already have on my team are inside this pay scale or are not. So my prompt is going to be, let's add another tab. This tab will be called Calculator, and the new one will be called Analyze. It will allow me to paste a list of people, and the columns on my file will be name, role, level, salary, and we will tell if people are okay on the pay range or not. Okay, so this is a more complex prompt, and we're not giving it a design, so we will just come up with an idea of how to solve this problem. So let's give it a couple minutes, and okay, it created another tab. That's awesome. So and the other bar is still there. So this is what my my Excel with team members with salaries look like. I have the name of my employees, the role, level, and what salary they have today. So you maybe have something similar to this. Maybe you have it on an Excel file, maybe you have it on a platform, but you can probably get something like this from somewhere. And many times we have this question like, are my team members inside the pay scales or not? So what I want to be able to do is I want to be able to copy this list, paste it on my app, and see the results. So let's go ahead and just copy this list of employees with their salaries and positions and see the answers. Okay, so it seems like it it's painting these different team members green, yellow, or red if they are inside the pay scale or not, but it's not too clear. So let's make one more change to improve this. So my prompt here is going to be include a tag that says if a person is below or above the ranges. And let me filter only by these tags. So I want to be able to see, like in a more clear way, which employees are not inside my pay scales, right? Okay, so let's try that one more time. Let's go to our file, copy our team members, paste it right here. And okay, so that's much better. I can now see that I have three employees that are above my pay range and 2 that are below. And something that I want you to take out of this is that this is probably all information that you already have, and you can probably analyze this information doing other things. Like you can do it all by yourself, you can do it on Excel, you can do it in many, many different ways. But what I want you to notice is that I sent a prompt to this tool, and less than 5 minutes later, I have a tool that helps me visualize and that understands my data, and that it helps me analyze this information without me honestly doing anything. So it saves a lot of time, and you can probably think of many more things that you could do with a tool like this. One thing that I would love to do that I will not do on this example, but I would love to see how it would affect my budget to move these employees that are below our pay range to the pay range that they should be within, that they should have. So that's another thing that I could ask B0 to solve for me. And it's going to take it like maybe a couple of minutes, and it will give me a solution. So I think that's a very, very cool thing about this tool. Okay, so that's everything I have for you today. And the final step is, okay, so how do I share this tool, this app that I created with other team members, with other people? So on the top right, on B0, you have a button that's called Publish. And if I click on Publish, you will work for a couple minutes. And then a couple minutes later, it will give me a link that I can visit and that I can share with team members. This link will always remain the same. So if you make more changes to your tool, it would update automatically. And as you can see, it's exactly the same tool that we were using before. I'm actually gonna share that tool with you right now, since I have it right here. Yeah, and that's it for today. This is everything that I have for you. Do people have any questions? Anything that I can answer for you? Let's go to the Q&A. No questions here. If there are no more questions for today, so thank you very much for joining us today for this workshop, and hope you enjoyed it. We will share the link to everything that you saw today. And on the meantime, you can join our WhatsApp group. We have a couple questions here, so I'm gonna just answer some of them. So one question is, how do you secure the access to the apps? Salary data can be a delicate information. Totally agree. You can also solve that from B0. You can ask B0 to add a system for authenticating. So for example, you can request a user and a password to access that app. You can just, as I said before, when we were discussing like the mindset for AI, my suggestion would be to ask the AI to solve it, and it will come up with a solution. So that's my answer for you. And yes, I think that's all for today. Thank you very much for joining. We will be having more workshops like this very soon. And in the meantime, let's talk on the WhatsApp group. Thank you very, very much. And if you have questions, you know where to find us. Thank you.